All right, the Rodney King beating, it took place in 1991. The riots, however, did not take place until April 29th, 1992. We're about to watch the video here, and after that, we're going to have a discussion if you can see why the jurors might have.
Someone hadn't picked up his home video camera. We've all seen the pictures of Los Angeles police officers beating a man they had just pulled over. The city's police chief said today he will support criminal charges against some of the men. Here's ABC's Gary Shepard.
The three police officers facing felony criminal charges were among a group of 15 who stopped a 25-year-old black man last Saturday night, then beat him, kicked him, and clubbed him, unaware that an amateur photographer was recording the incident on videotape. Los Angeles Police Chief Daryl Gates looked at the tape and said he thinks assault with a deadly weapon will be one of the charges.
In our review, we find that the officers struck him with batons between 53 and 56 times. One officer rendered 6 kicks and one officer 1 kick.
Civil rights organizations say the Los Angeles Police Department has a history of brutality and misconduct that goes back a quarter of a century, including one incident that sparked the Watts riots. So far this year, there have been more than 125 complaints of police misconduct filed with watchdog organizations.
We no longer want to have to wake up each morning not knowing what fear to expect next. Today, we are not sure that the police is there to protect us.
But Chief Gates today called the LAPD a model department and said he has no plans to resign. Gary Shepard, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Wow. Okay, guys, so from that video, you can see that he was indeed not handcuffed. At any point, did you see that the cops could have mistaken what he was doing for trying to fight back?
No. They didn't even give him a chance to surrender. They just kept beating him.
Okay. Do you think that maybe that the camera only caught what later happened? Like there might not have been a lead up to it?
I mean, it does. I don't think it matters from what they showed them doing. There's no justification.
I completely agree. I was wondering if y'all could see maybe before the man who...
Yeah, I mean, but even if he like struck a police officer before that, he was on the ground and he was in the position to be detained, and they didn't. They just kept beating him.
Okay.
Well, and if there were an alternate story, I mean, you could see in the background about 5 or 6 witnesses standing by watching. If there was something else going on, we would have heard that.
Do you feel like maybe the video not having the prior engagement, do you think that could have led to the jurors ruling that he was not, that the cops were not guilty?
If that's the only thing that they were shown, then it's very possible that the prosecution could have painted whatever picture they wanted.
I mean, the defense?
Yeah, the defense.
Yes.
So that being the case, I guess I can understand it, but really, I mean, that's just brutality.
Right. And what do you think the significance was of moving the trial from Los Angeles?
Because it was...
Well, first of all, I was thinking about that. That sounds like it was racially motivated, but in reality, as a legal proceeding, if you were prosecuting or defending in an area in which something happened and all of them know about it, the trial is most likely going to be moved to
That's why.
in the first place.
That's why, like the Casey Anthony trial was moved. Like it's just for over. You can file to have the trial moved if there's overhype in the media.
Right. But what do you think? Like, how significant was it that they moved it to an all-white
extremely significant
region rather than moving it? You could have moved it somewhere else where it would have been as populated as, or like all, where it's not all white.
Do you know the demographic of the jury? The jury that
was all white. There was not a single black person on the jury.
So you're changing, like, the jury is supposed to be a group of your peers, and you're changing it to that's not necessarily...
Well, the jury also can't have any, like,
right?
if you're going to be a juror and you know somebody, like, you know the prosecutor, you know someone who's on the defense team, you're not allowed to be a juror because that will harm your ability to be subjective throughout the trial. Therefore, you have to be someone who's seeing the information essentially for the first time. Right. Well, thank y'all.
You're welcome.